Hello, and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on issue 39 of the Batmobile from Fanhome. Let's go ahead and get the book open, get the parts out. Some of this is going to be on the car, some of it is not. Actually, most of it's going to be on the car, which is why the car is sitting here right now. So let me get this open, and we'll get the parts out. Lots of hose on this one. And let's see, a couple of little pieces. So we have left brake drum, or rear left brake drum, right rear right brake drum, backing plate, rear brake line, hose junction, rear brake line. Lots of little pieces. So this will be the brake drums. I'm just curious, is there an R or an L? Oh, yep, there they are. Come on, focus. There's the R, there's the L. So we'll put them in the right order. 39C is the backing plate. I believe that eventually these will just go on here like that. Set them over here. A lot of hose. 39E, a brake hose junction. And 39F, rear brake line bracket. Set those there. Get rid of these pieces, or the bubble wrap. Not bubble wrap, the bubble pack. The first thing it says is to begin by locating rear brake line, cutting one piece 50 millimeter, one to 150, and three pieces to 500 millimeters. First thing I got to do is get this undone. If you do this, if you're following along and you do this based off of my videos, do not use the book. If you're doing this, do not use the book, but do not cut the brakes or these lines to these lines in the book. Cut them to the measurements, because 50 millimeters, 5 centimeters is much more than that. So let me get the ruler over here. So the first piece, it says to cut it to 50 millimeters. Lay it along this ruler. 50 millimeters is right about there. Does not have to be exact, but a straight cut is best. So now if you lay this 50 millimeters against there, that's what I'm talking about. You have to actually measure it. 50 millimeters is not what is showing there. Set these over here so I don't get them mixed up with the lines from earlier in the build that have never been used, or either they've never been used or they fell off and I don't remember where they need to go because they didn't connect on both ends. Eventually, I'll put them back on. So this one has got to be 150 millimeters, which is right here, roughly. Again, make sure your cut is as straight as possible. And this last one, at first I didn't think it was long enough, but maybe it's 1.5 meters. Or these last three, actually. Start here. So there's 400 right here. So 400. another 100 millimeters. That's it, right about there. Right about here is 500 millimeters. And the easiest way to get past this, to go with 500 millimeters for the next two pieces, is to just lay them across or make them off of the same template, basically. Stretch it out, ruler out the way, lay it next to the one you cut before, and cut it. And I have a feeling that I just lost that hose. Is this long enough? Not positive it is. This last piece, let's see. So we'll stretch these out together. Two of these should be the exact same length. Two of them are the same length. Actually, one of them is a little bit longer. And then there's a little bit extra left over. Cut that. There's my three 500 millimeter pieces. I cut based on the longer one, not the shorter one. So hopefully, if I miscut, it'll be okay. So the first thing you do is you take one of the long pieces and you slide it onto this, not this, the junction. We can close the oil, by the way. So we're going to slide it onto this junction here, and it goes onto the top here. A lot of people will use a piece of wire inside these. I have found that the wire will go straight through the side of this, and so it will cause issues. So I quit doing that. I still have the wire, but I'm not doing it anymore. So this has to go back here. Let me turn the car around. Oh, heavy. Breaking stuff. And reason I'm turning it around is I want to look at it the way the book shows it. So down here, and you can't really see the differential, but I can. I'll show it in a second. I'm looking how this goes on here. So they have it coming under here, under the frame here, like that. And this pin, there's a pin here, right there. That pin, there. So you got the two other lines. That pin is going to go into the differential. It says on the rear, it is the axle, but that pushes in there. Hopefully we'll go on without any major issues. It's an awkward place to get to. It's going to be a little bit interesting to get the other pieces of the hose on there once it's in place, if I can get it to go into place. And so what I'm going to probably have to do is pause for a minute while I fight with this, because it is not going on. So let me pause, and I'll be right back after I get it on there. And oh, by the way, usually when I pause, it slides right on there, and it slides right into place, whatever I'm pausing for. So I'll be right back. And like I said, it was less than 30 seconds. It just slid into place. So let me run this line back up here. And let's see what the next thing we do is. So now, 50 millimeter, take the rear left brake drum and push one end of the 50 millimeter brake line onto that pin. So here's the rear. Here's the left, I'm sorry. And this is the 50 millimeter. So we're going to push this on here like that. Two raised sections fit one end of the second 500 millimeter line to the second one, or to the other pin. Like, go Goofy. So again, just going to slide it on here. Like this. Like so. And as I thought, let's see. Push the left rear brake drum onto the axle. Push the other end of the 50 millimeter onto the brake pin hose. Okay. So the next thing we're doing is, I don't know if you can see it, there's a pin here. This is going to go on there. Just looking, they have that one going like that. They've got it on the top. What's interesting, oh yeah, there we go, because there's a square and a round pin. Hang on. Let's flip the car up on its side, a little bit easier. It's kind of square, but it's not supposed to be. Round and round. Round and square, okay. But this goes on here like this, and you push it on, if it'll go. It's because we have a round peg and a square peg. Square peg, a round peg going into a square hole, and it is not happy to go on there. Just for giggles, let's try turning this the other way. Oh, look at that. Of course, I'm the dope that did it wrong. I have my lines on the wrong sides. Does it matter? Not really. Did I already pull them off? Yep. So let's do this again. Put these back on here. Would be nice if they would differentiate. So now, pop this back on here. This time it fits. And so this line is going to go towards the front of the car along with this one. This other one, the short one, is going to be too short. Maybe. Hang on a second. It is really close. It's really dark. It's black. It's a black wire or black hose going onto a black part in the shade. So let's see. Yeah, that's got it. So you can see it's going there, and I'm looking at it. It is not very far on. Work with it a little bit. It is going a little bit further on. What I have seen them do is tell you to put tweezers on it. Tweezers tend to pinch the line to where it won't go on at all. I did get it onto the T-fitting. So now let me see if I can get it back on here. I understand why this is so close fitting, but it is a little bit of a pain. As long as it stays in place, we're fine. Grab this one out of the way. May not be able to see it. This is it right here. So now that we have that, push one end of the 150 millimeter brake line onto the pin on the side of the right rear brake. Ah, there we go. I didn't catch that. There are raised sections here. Those go to the top. Fit the 150 or 500 millimeter, the last one, in place. On the other pin. Just like that. Like that there. And then we take this little bracket here. We push the pin into the hole on the back here. The back of the axle. Kind of like, I apologize if my fat head gets in the way. Little pin, go in the hole. There we go. I was thinking about it, about pausing the camera, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to, if I do that, that's exactly what's going to happen. It'll be, just pop in there and be perfect. So now, we take the 150 millimeter line. After we push this on here, matter of fact, put this up on its side, just like we did the other side. You've got to be kidding me. Hang on. If this is backwards, I'm going to be like, really? Nope. It actually went on a little bit. Just got to make sure I don't pinch my lines. Okay. So we got that one on there. This one is going to run up over top of the shock, or not the shock, but the springs. Kind of like that. And this other one is going to run through this. Whoa, that was close. Almost dropped the car. It's going to hook into that bracket. Kind of looks like the best way to do it is to actually feed it through. Maybe. So it's going to feed into here, across the top of the differential, and then plug into this other point on the T-fitting. I have a feeling this is going to be, again, the same thing. It's going to pop off the brake backing, and I'm going to have to redo it. So let me pause for a minute, and I'll get that on there and be right back. Okay, got it on there. Let me see if I can. So you can see right there that I've got the lines going both sides. Or sorry, I got my finger on here. This is where the bracket is. This is where the lines are going in both sides, and then the one heading towards the front of the car. So what they want you to do now, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be very careful. There's nothing sticking out of the top of the car, and I'm tired of trying to work around it. I'm going to take this, and they've got them passing in front of the shocks, going all the way up Just looking. Looks like it's supposed to be attaching to something, but I can't tell what. I'm going to pause, figure this out, and be right back. Okay, when I read what the instructions say, it says to just feed these up through, and we're going to get to them later. Kind of like the ones that are in the front. So much of this is we're going to put this detail part here, and then we'll tell you later what to do with it. Not really impressed with that. Especially when I can't see. Oh, that was not good. That did not sound good. Nothing broken. So let me, wait a minute. I pulled this one off. Okay, so pop this one back on here, hopefully without popping the brake back off. Take it underneath here, like the other one. Take it underneath here, and there's the problem, is that the way they package it into the shipment, it is so coiled. That's why people use the wire inside of it. But the wire is also a big pain because it pokes a hole easily through the pipe. So then it goes up underneath here, like that. Under here, underneath the, next to the transmission, underneath both pieces of the framework here. Probably be easier to, if it will go, to push it under up here somewhere like that, and pull it over. Pull over? Will it pull over? Why do I have a feeling that something is blocking it there? It is being blocked from going all the way, and if I pull too hard, it's going to pop off the brake. So we'll try it a not very easy way. We're going to take it in there and then go back under here. Actually, surprisingly, worked really well. So this is going to come up here somewhere. This one from the center, from the T-junction, is going to come up here and again go somewhere. There's nothing holding this from falling off and being all kinds of in the way all over the car. So like I said, we're going to put that one there and hopefully it'll stay. Let me see what I can do with this one now. Okay, saw it for a second there. Go. It's a neat detail that you're never gonna see. So if you build this, truly feel free to skip these brake lines. There's no reason for them because they're not real brake lines, and they just kind of run the length of the car and don't do anything. And you're not gonna, probably never gonna flip the car over. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me think. We got the lines all put in place. I just want to flip the car back over. And again, we now have more stuff just hanging everywhere. I I don't like that. I don't know what that metallic. Oh, you know what? Was it this? No. Could have been. Heard something. Don't know what it was. Nothing looks broken. But that, my friends, is all there is to do in stage 39. Hope you're enjoying this build. If you do, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a comment. I will respond. Love comments. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you in the next video.
Model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models.